Okay, so right now there's a lot of rumors and speculation around Sony and their upcoming showcase, supposedly in September, and that would be when they announce the PS5 Pro and things like that. I personally hope that that is the case and that that's when they decide to announce this stuff. But this new rumor that kind of sparked up has everybody talking. Like, this is the talk of X, this is the talk of everything right now. And to be completely honest, I think this would kind of set everybody on fire. If you really want to get technical about it, this would be exactly what kind of we all want and what we would all love to see. I don't know if it's going to be true or if it's going to actually come true, but hopefully before too long, it's something that we see happen, because I think this would sell the console. Like, I'm just being real. This would 100% sell the console. Now, people would probably maybe not agree with that, but I can tell you right now, it would sell the PS5 Pro. What am I talking about? Let's get into it. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. I do daily video game content. If you see this and enjoy it, please like the video and possibly consider subscribing. It helps out the channel. It helps me to be seen, and it helps the channel to grow. So, what's one game that you can think of that is upcoming that people would absolutely love to see running on a PS5 Pro? If you said Grand Theft Auto, you're 100% right. Grand Theft Auto 6. There's a rumor going around right now that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a game at Sony's showcase in September that is going to be shown running off the PS5 Pro. Why would they want to do this? Well, first of all, if you think about this, there's no PC version of Grand Theft Auto 6. You're looking at a 1 to 2 year wait before that happens. The best place to play this game, and these games are masterpieces. Look at how they rate, right? You can look at them. They're always between 95 and 100 on the Metacritic scale. So, whether or not you enjoy these games or not, like for me personally, I find them to be a little bit too tedious, a little bit too busy, but everybody loves these games. Look at the amount of people that play these games, right? It's absolutely crazy to see this happen. And, again, at the end of the day, I think gamers are going to kind of come to their own conclusions with some of this stuff. But, if they could get Rockstar involved, if they could get something like, something like, hey, look, we've got this Xbox Series X that we're dealing with, and we're going to be having a PS5 Pro with, Grand Theft Auto 6 in the box in some kind of fashion. And I think that would be something that sells a ton of PlayStation 5 Pro consoles, because people will do it. I know that there is a group of people out there that think that the Xbox Series S could be a console that sells pretty well thanks to GTA 6, and that is 100% accurate. That could happen in the future, but, again, what's going to happen, closer to the release date of this? I think right now we're going to have to wait and see what happens. For me, I think Sony is doing kind of the right things when it comes down to this, because when you wait for apparently they've had this thing ready to go since last year sometime. So waiting is a bold thing to do, but they did wait for kind of sales of the regular PS5 to go down a little bit, which I think was a smart move at the end of the day. But if this rumor turns out to be true and they have some kind of bundle with GTA 6, I can honestly say, and this is even coming from me, that it's kind of a wrap. I'm more of an Xbox guy, but it would be a complete wrap if Sony ends up getting some kind of PS5 Pro bundle with GTA, and if they can get this game showcased off on this. People have been waiting for this game for a long time. Can you believe how things have happened over, the last decade and a half or so? It's going to be interesting to see how this kind of works out for a lot of interesting reasons. But think about this for a second. When we were living in the PS3, Xbox 360 era, we got Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5. We got no new Grand Theft Auto the entire Xbox One, PS4 generation. We got a remastered version of Grand Theft Auto 5. And that's what we've been living off of for the last decade, right? Like, just seriously think about that for a second. Game development is taking more time than ever, and that's why I think people will absolutely kind of take their time and have no issue spending a little bit of money to go out there and, get a PS5 Pro to play this game the best. Now, do I know if this game's going to be 60 frames or something on the PS5 Pro? No, I don't know. Right? Like, that is something that I can't answer. That's something that obviously Sony would have to answer. But if they could manage to somehow get that mark, or maybe a 40 frames or something, with their version of DLSS or whatever, that could be a huge win for them. Like, they obviously are going to have the best place to play the game, and that's going to be bad news for Microsoft because, at the end of the day, people that own an Xbox will probably buy the game or probably get the game, but, people that are looking to get into it or want to experience the best and, don't want to wait years for this game to come to PC or whatever, I could definitely see them picking up a PS5 Pro. So that being the latest rumor right now, again, take that with a grain of salt, but could you imagine if that were actually the case? It would be an incredible thing to kind of behold, in my opinion. So, again, at the end of the day, this is going to be one of the things that we kind of look at, and we look at this moment and we go, well, how did Sony sell this thing to the masses? I think that could be something that sells it to the masses, because if we're real about it, Grand Theft Auto is something that is just attracts everybody, right? Everybody knows about Grand Theft Auto. So regardless of what, you think or I think or whatever, I think that we all have to agree that stuff like Grand Theft Auto is huge. And even something like Call of Duty, which Microsoft owns right now, I think that, we could be looking at this in a different type of light in the future because, Microsoft, Sony, whoever, you have to plan these things out. Like, I've always said that Microsoft really dropped the ball on a lot of their, the way that they handle some of this stuff, right? And I've been very honest about that. They realistically kind of have dropped the ball on this stuff. I hope that they can kind of come along and pick up that fumble and run it in for a score, but you have to actually care about the stuff that you're doing, and to me it doesn't seem like they do very much. But seeing something like, and this is the rumored, think about this for a second, PS5 Pro, rumored we might get some backwards compatibility stuff announced at that point, but I'm not having a high hope on that one. But Ghost of Tsushima 2 being shown on it, something like Uncharted remake being shown on it, GTA 6 running on it, like, get out of here. Like, that's all she wrote, in my opinion. Not saying that, like, Xbox is what it is, I don't think, I know people think that I hate on her, but I play Xbox. I'll continue to play Xbox this generation. We'll see what happens, I don't think that they're ever going to be in any kind of position to realistically compete against PlayStation, but again, they've never really been in that position except for the Xbox 360, and then what happened there, they obviously shot themselves in the foot from a very early on point and never kind of looked back. The Xbox 360 was incredible, and then you look at the Xbox One and they just really, really kind of screwed themselves over. And I hope that they, can get that fixed and get that on the right track, because it behooves us all as gamers to have these platforms competing against each other, and, we get the better deals when that happens, I hope that we get that, I want to see that happen. At the end of the day, I love to see competition. I think that it really pays off. We get better deals, we get better products, we get everything. And you know what? It just is one of those things that gamers are going to have to kind of decide what they want to do. I think this is going to be a big holiday for PlayStation. Everybody's going to be talking about it. I think GTA 6 is going to be a big part of that. Maybe you guys feel the same way. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments how you feel about this. If they show off GTA 6, do you feel like that's all she wrote? I mean, honestly, what could compete with that? Like, the game's not coming to Switch or Switch 2 or anything like that. Literally, the best place you're going to be able to play this thing for probably at least a year, maybe 2 years, is going to be the PS5 Pro. So let me know If you guys enjoy the content, please leave a like, subscribe, share it out, all that kind of good stuff. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. As always, we'll catch you next time. Crap Gamer, out.